material master. Okay. So for each article or for each item, okay, we will create one article number. So we can call material number or article number. So some industries they will call as a article number. Some industries they will call as a material number. Okay. So the especially for the which retail industry and apparel footwear industry garments they will call as a article, and other industries, pharma and other industries, they will call as a material number. Okay, material number and article number both are same. So you need to understand that material number and article number both are same, and plant and site also it's same. So in the retail industry and apparel and footwear industry, they are calling as a site. Okay, but in our other companies, they are calling as a plant. Okay, so you need to understand these small terminologies. Why? Because if you're going into these projects, okay, they are calling as a sites and article masters, merchandise, okay, master. So like there are so many product hierarchy, product master. Okay, there are so many ways they are calling. So you need to understand the domain as well and what they're calling and how it we mapping to SAP also you need to understand. Okay. So okay. Now in the material master record, why we need to create a material number to identify the one article or to identify the one any item. Okay, we generally calling it a material number. We start. So if we don't have material number, when you are purchasing the goods or when you are producing the good, every time you need to enter that what is that product and what is the description of product and what is the characters of products and what is the how you're measuring and what is the group of this product. Okay, so like you need to be every time you need to enter. So to avoid this, we are creating the master data. So master data is a one-time record. Okay, one-time master record will create for the each material, each item. Okay. Now this material master record, how we are entering into SAP and what level we need to understand in the configuration level and what level we need to understand at the customer level. Okay. So when coming to the material master record, what we need to understand, we are consultant, right? So at the consultant level, the configuration is different, and the customer level, the procedure will be different. The master data and the information will be different. Okay, so when we are working as a core team member or user, okay, we just need to understand creating of the material master record and how this material number will be used and what are the information we need to enter. Those it is very required when you are working as a core team member or you are working as a user. But when you are working as a consultant, you should know about that how it is controlling the material number and how we are designing this material number and what are the parameters and we need to be added into the material master record. Okay, so here one thing you need to understand that material type. Okay, so when you're talking about the material master record, you should know about the material type. So the entire material master record will be controlled by material type. Okay, so what is this material type? Okay, so the same kind of the attributes. Okay, when there is a same kind of the attributes, we are creating under the this material type. Okay, so I have the one material number. So how in your company this material is considered? Okay, so if I suppose let's assume that uh, in my company, chili powder considering as a raw material, but some other companies, chili powder they are considering as a finished good, right? So in your company, how you are identifying this product as a raw material or identifying the perishables or finished goods, semi-finished goods? Okay. So let's say I'm running the hotel, okay, and I'm running the supermarket. Okay. If you're talking about the hotel, Okay, when you preparing any food, okay, the red chili powder is the raw material. Why? Because we are using for the preparing the food. So that's why red chili powder is one. When it is talking about the supermarket, okay, the red chili powder, it is the finished goods. We are selling goods to the customer. It is the my product we are selling. But here in food industry, in hotel, we are not selling red chili. We are preparing the food. For this purpose, we are using this red chili powder. So in this case, this is the raw material, the components what we are using. In this case, this is the finished goods, right? So it is not always it is same in the uh, for other companies and other clients. Okay, it is different every time. Okay, when I'm using as a finished good, you might be using as a raw material. Okay, so the material type will give that what type of the material you are considering this material number. So when let's go to this. So we have the multiple material types in the SAP. Okay. So let's see that what are material types we have. Standard material types we have. Okay. One is raw material, ROS. We just considering as a raw material. Okay. ROS. And we have the semi-finished goods, HALB. So you know, right? Semi-finished goods and finished goods, what is the difference? Okay. So semi-finished goods is the still we are using to prepare the finished goods. Okay. Some cases, we are selling semi-finished goods to customer. Some cases we are preparing the finished goods by using the semi-finished goods. So those cases we can use the semi-finished goods. Okay. So when you are preparing the semi-finished goods, you are using raw materials, packing materials as a component. Okay. When you are creating the finished goods, so you are using the components and packing materials and semi-finished goods also you are using. Right. So like we have the different cases like raw material, semi-finished goods, finished goods, perishables. Okay, and we packing for this packing also we have okay perishables we have food industry food we have separately. Okay, so like we have different types in the SAP. Okay, so majorly we are using for the raw material, semi-finished goods, finished goods, and yeah, there will be a trading goods also. So those also we are using majorly. And other than that, we have packing materials also we are using. Okay. So like we are differentiated the product. Okay. Now how it will controls the material master record. Okay. So it is just it's not only just a type of the material. It is also controlling the material number. Okay. When you creating the material number, what are the parameters it will be controlled? The system how it is controlling on the material number, creating out material number. Okay. So the first thing is whether the number range. Okay. In my company, my client, okay, they are asking that when I'm using the raw material, the raw material should be start with the a series like 11 series and 1199 series. Okay. So this is the client requirement. Okay. So when I just see the metal code 11 series, okay, these are the all raw materials. So please keep it in this location like, okay. So to identify the materials, all the raw materials, we are using the number series, one number series. Okay. And when I come to the finished goods, might be I can use the external number. So suppose let's say I have the 200 grams packet. Okay. So why they need the external number? Okay, so some cases how it will be like 200 grams pickle. So how I can differentiate this one? Okay, pickle like PK 200 G. Okay, and like they will be defined. What is the product and also to identify this product. Okay, so why? Because these finished goods will used by external peoples, right? From the customer side, they are using, and okay, sometimes some cases sales people they are using to identify easily. when they search button, if they enter the 200 grams, then it will be display like, okay, pickle we have, like chutney we have, like rice we have, like so it will be display like, okay, pickle 200 grams, chicken. So like I can select that, right? So to identify easily, they are using the external numbering. You can ask question like, oh, sir, it is mandatory to use the external numbering. No, it is not mandatory. It depends on your client and how they want to go. So they can go with the external number range or internal number range. Or if you want, they want to, they can go with the both also. So this number range, how? So for the material number, this number range, how it is controlled? It is controlled by material type. So because the for raw material it is this series and finished goods is this series. So we are controlling at material type level, right? We are not controlling at material number. So when you're creating the material number, okay, when I'm using this raw material, okay, it will be start with always 11 series. When I am using this finished goods, it's always starting. You can enter the manually what you want to enter the number. Okay? So this is the first number range. So here what you understand that in the number range, okay, I understood that I can enter the internal number range. So internal or external number range. Okay, and the next one is number range interval. Number range interval. So what do you mean by interval? Like 11 series, 11, 11, 11, 0, 11, line 999. So what is 2, 21, 0, 0, 21, 999. So this is an interval, right? So you are defining interval also, number range interval also. So the first control is in the material master record by material type. Okay, this material type will control the material number. Either it is number, either it is internal number range or external number range, or what number interval you need to use. This is the first control. Clear? So this is the first control. Now going to the third one. The third one. So let's clear this one. What is the next one? What is the next one? The third control. Okay. Departments. Departments. Generally we call as views. Okay? We when you creating the material number, material master record, there will be a views. So that generally views we call as a department. Okay. So why, sir? Why we need to specially select the department? I can why I can use all the departments, right? Why I need to specifically we need to go select the department. Okay. So why we need to use? Okay, let's take example. Okay, I'm using the FERT finished goods. Okay, I'm using the raw materials also. Okay, so this finished goods and raw material when you comparing that, this finished goods we will never buy the goods from the outside, right? When I'm just considering the raw material, I I never produce the raw materials in my location, or I never sell these raw materials to the outside. Okay, it is basically controlling to the department. Okay, so you should not use this product. Why? Because you are the seller. Okay, when you are seller, you need to be sell only finished goods. You should not sell the raw material. So the system will not allow to sell the any raw materials from the sales department. And when it is purchasing department, we cannot buy the finished goods from outside. Okay, we are the producers. We are producing the goods, finished goods. So we are for the producing the finished good, we are buying the raw material. So we should not buy the finished goods. So those cases, what will be? I can restrict the finished goods to the purchasing department. They cannot use the finished goods. Okay. So those how you will be controlling this all? You can select that. Okay, which department have to be allowed. If you suppose FERT, I can give to sales department, okay, boss, you can use this product for the selling. Okay, so I'm allowing, okay, this sales department can use this FERP, but I will not give to this permission for the raw material. When coming to raw material, okay, boss, the purchasing department can use this raw material. I can control the views. I can control the department. Clear? So the second point is, the third point is views. The first point is, first control is raw material number range, external and internal number range, or what number range, series you need to be used. So that was first control. And the second, second is the interval, and third one is the department, which department have to use. Okay. Now coming to fourth, field selection control. Field selection control. What do you mean by field selection control? Boss, so there are so many fields are there in the material master record. There are lakhs of fields are there. Do you want to use all the fields for the product? How you will be restricting this product for the this material? So why we are restricting the field? Okay, it is very easy to user. Okay, it's not only field selection control. It is not only fields which we need to provide to the user. It is also which field is mandatory. Also, we are informing. Okay, it's like, okay, one field is there. Suppose unit of measure. Unit of measure is there. So this unit of measure is just, it's compulsory. You have to enter in the material master record, or else there is no use of this product. Why? Because I should know, our purchasing department should know, our inventory department should know how you are measuring this product. Okay, let's say I have the
Please like and share to friends.
oil. Okay, so how you are measuring this oil? So liters, kgs, quintal, tons. Okay, how you are measuring this one? So why? Because there are lacks of material. Some even you also don't know how you are measuring. So that is all standards, industry standards. The industry people, they will be defined that, okay, when I'm just using the solid, some kind of dal, I can go with the kg. When it is kg or grams, okay, or when I just it is liquid, I can go with the liters. Okay, when it is boxes, I can go with the pieces. Each piece or eaches or boxes or pieces. Okay, so the measurement of the each product will be different. Okay, it is not always same for all the products. It is the same, different for the different kind of the products. So, so this is the mandatory when you are creating the metal master record. If I didn't put this as a mandatory in the metal master record, might be the user when he is creating, or master data team when they are creating this material number, they might be skip this information. Okay, why? Because it's not mandatory field. So that case, what will happen when I'm just creating the any purchase orders or any sales orders or any production order? Okay, it is very difficult every time you need to enter the unit of measure. Why? Because there are so many people that are working in the production department, and they are working in the sales department. They're working in the procurement department. So, so I just decided that, okay, when you creating a material master card, this unit of measure, it's compulsory. It is mandatory. So basically, what I need to say here, the field selection control, we can control the field. We can control the field whether it is mandatory, okay, or optional, or if you want to hide, you can hide. Okay, this material type. So I can say that for the raw material. So what here in the material type level, this field selection control will be control. If suppose I can see that FG product and I can have the raw material, same example I'm taking. When I just to go to a finished goods, I need to maintain the gross price, gross weight. Gross weight is mandatory, FG price, and again net weight is mandatory. Okay, and this net weight and gross weight and how you are measuring this one, these two are the mandatory here. But when it's coming to raw material, we are buying from the outside, right? So it is not we are preparing. So we don't know some how the gross weight will come. If I buy from the some other companies, different vendors, there might be gross weight will be different. Okay, let's say example. I am using the I'm buying 1 liter of, so let's say 1 liter of oil. Okay, so if I buy from the sunflower, one of the brand, okay, they are using that 980 grams is the uh, this one, and net weight grass weight, and 1000 grams is the net weight. 20 grams is the packing charges. Okay, if they are using the packing little bit thickness, then might be it is not 20 gram. Some cases it will be 30 gram, 40 grams also. So we don't know what exactly gross weight and net weight for the product. It depends on the client vendor. It depends on the vendor what they are using, what packing material they are using. Those we consider as a net weight also, right? So, but this FG product we are producing. So we know that this product, okay, so when I'm creating this material master number, okay, I know that, okay, this product we are using this type of packing, and so can say clearly 9060 gram. 960 grams, okay, is a gross weight, so, and 1000 grams, 1000 is a my net weight. I can say that. Okay, so those cases, if you don't want to be maintain this, if you don't want to maintain in the finished raw material, you can hide this one. So you can skip this information. Okay, so it depends on the client requirement. Clear? Okay, I'm just stopping here. Let me know if any doubts here. We'll continue next to Sagar and
What is the full form of FART? You previously mentioned ROH.
yeah, finished product. It's a code in
Okay,
SAP.
it's a code.
Okay, it is code number. Okay, so when you are creating any product, okay, when you are selecting, so it is very difficult. You need to enter the finished product manually, right? So there's each and every description have the one code, right? Each and everything we are defining the one code for easily understand and easily operating into the SAP. Okay, so in the SAP we have the raw materials we called as a ROH. We are this code we are design, and FERT is the finished goods, finished products. Okay, it's like a code which we are entering into the SAP. Like we have perishables, we have different kind packing materials, okay, trading products. Like we have different. Clear? Okay. Now next one, fifth one, valuation class. Okay. So what is this valuation class? What is the valuation class? Okay. Suppose this is the purpose for the accounting. The valuation first thing you need to understand that this valuation class is purpose of the accounting. Can you go on mute? Please, can you go on mute? If you have questions, you can unmute and you can ask questions. So this valuation class is the especially for the accounting purpose. Okay. Why accounting? Why it is necessary here, and how material type is controlling. Okay. And okay. So my finance department, the requirement is like my finance department. They want to be report like how much you purchase this month raw materials, or how much you sold to customer for this month uh, from finished goods. Okay. So I said right already, we are the finance team always they will look into the general ledger account level, not at manual work. So they don't want to go with manual work. They don't want to go with metal code or something like. They want to be in the general ledger level. So my requirement here, okay, when I just use the 210000 series, and that is one for the one raw material, and 310001 and 450001. Okay, these are the general ledger accounts. General ledger is the nothing like a GL account number. Okay, when this is the I want to use this one for the general ledger account. Okay, raw materials. So they want to be used for the 21001. Okay, and the series would be like 31001, and when it is like 4001. Okay, now this is for the battery is low. I think so that's why it's not working. Okay, this is for the raw material, and this is for the finished goods, and this is for the semi-finished goods. Okay, so when tomorrow if somebody they're asking that okay, what to cost, as of now, how much you bought for this raw material, then I can go directly ROH and I can enter this GL account into report, and in the report I can get that total value what we bought from the vendor. Okay, so basically what I need to say here, when you need to be differentiate the GL account for the each material type, okay, the valuation class will be helpful to you to picture the GL account. Okay, why? Because there are multiple ways. Suppose in the raw material only, again I need to be differentiate. Okay, in the raw materials again, I have three types of raw materials. One is which is oil and solid, and and some kind of the like which is like I can say uh, non-alcohol something. Can say non-alcohol item. Okay, these are all raw materials only. I can say these are all raw materials, but they might be have they want to be differentiated. Okay, in those cases, what we'll do, I will create the validation class for the each and every class. So if oil is there, I will create 3100. When it is solid is there, 3200, and it is 3300. Okay, boss, here this is the different and this is the different. Okay, this is the GL account. Again, you are mapping this 3100 to 21001. Okay, this 3100 you are mapping to the 2100000, and this again you are mapping 2100002. Again 2100002. So this
Please
GL account we
subscribe.
are differentiating here again. Okay, even it is series with 2100, but again I'm just differentiating that oil, solid, and now. So tomorrow, if the finance department are asking that, okay, the raw materials, especially oil, okay, oil items, how much you bought from the outside? So immediately, what the finance department they will enter this code. Okay, for this the entire month, how much you buy, all the records it is stored in the this GL account. Okay, so here the material type also controlling to the valuation class. This valuation class will be helpful to identify the GL account. Which GL account should be posted. So when you are receiving the oil items, it will go to the this record, this GL account, and it will be captured the value of the raw material what you bought in this GL account. When you bought a solid, okay, when you bought the solid, okay, all the value of the product which will be captured into the this GL account. Okay, so it is especially for the finished goods. So it is especially for the accounting purpose. Okay, so now what is the control here? The the material type will be controlling the material type also controlling the valuation class. Which valuation class, which GL account should be hit. So it is also controlling the valuation class. Okay, clear? Clear? Now
Yes.
coming to that, yeah. Now coming to the next one. Coming to the next one, which is stock material, non-stock material, non-valuated and valuated. Non non-stock material or non-stock material are valuated or non-valuated. See, why this control is required? Okay, few products which we are not inventoried. That means we are not storing in our inventory, but the value we are capturing. Some products which we are not capturing the value, we just storing into our inventory. Can you give me an example? Okay, let's go to that. Let's go to
Packing.
that. Okay? Yeah. So let's go to that. If suppose non-stock items, give me that non-stock item. If suppose asset, some machinery asset, those products, okay, we are not storing in our inventory. It is directly will go to the production department, or it is something it is going directly to the somewhere place. So the assets and machinery parts, okay, those are all non-inventory items. These are all we are capturing the value. Okay, are direct consumption materials. Direct consumption materials we are not keep the stock in our premises or location. It is directly moving to the direct consumption purpose. So those cases we can use regularly non-inventory stock, non-inventory materials. Okay, and when it is non-valuated, a small stationery, the papers and pencil, price. So they don't want to be captured these in our stock. Why? Because tomorrow if I see that I have the 1 lakh material, in the 1 lakh material I can find the 10,000 materials are the stationery only. Okay, and those are the, if I just consider as a valued material, it will show in my report like 1 rupee, 1,000 rupees, 15 rupees, 500 rupees, like. So some companies they want to be avoid these non-valued materials. Okay, even the stock is storing into our location. Why? Because if some department they are requesting, okay, I need immediately the bulk of papers or bulk of the pens, bulk of the pencils, so they have to supply, right? So the stationary part, okay, we can consider non-valued some cases. It's not always. It is some cases we are considering non-valued. So how we can control that? Okay, when this is the raw material. Okay, so we cannot consider this is raw material has non-valued and non-inventory. Why? Because these are the regular products which we are using. But when we have the separate ZROS, if I created, or if I created for the stationery something STAT or something customized material type, I can say that okay, this STAT materials are non-valued, okay, or this STAT materials are non-stock, non-inventory material. Okay, so basically I can restrict at a material type level whether the stock whether this material is valued or non-valued stock, or whether it is an inventory, non-inventory stock. Clear? Clear? Any confusion on this one?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, and apart from this, okay, we also using for the different purposes. But the major thing is, one thing is the number ranges. Okay, external number range, internal number range. Okay, and department, which department it should be allowed, and field selection control, which fields are mandatory or not. Valuation class, which valuation class should be captured, and the stock, non-inventory, inventory stock, non-valued stock. Okay, so these are the major controls. Clear?
Yes.
So apart from this, we can also control the authorization. Okay, authorization clause. Authorization we can give. Okay, to whom? Okay, if I'm the person only handling the raw materials, I can create the meta master record for the only raw materials, not for the finished goods. Okay, clear?
Okay. Yes.
Any doubts? Still? Okay, and one more point is here: external and internal. External or internal? What do you mean by external or internal? Okay, if it is a raw material, okay, I will buy from the outside. Okay. When it is FERT, we will produce internally. So the case is here, okay, whether this product, when you creating the using this material type, when you creating product, whether this product we are buying from the outside, whether it is selling, whether we are producing internally, externally. Okay, can you go on mute? Can you go on mute? Can you please go on mute? Okay, externally and internally. Okay, so when we need to be defined for the product, whether we are buying from the outside or whether we are selling the producing in internally. So if suppose tomorrow if I need the list of the materials which we are producing internally, that means we are manufacturer. These are the products we are manufacturing. We are not manufacturing all the products, right? Some products we are buying from the outside, some products we are manufacturing. Okay, so we need to be differentiated. What are the materials which is we are internally producing or we are buying from the outside. Okay, so that also controls we can do by external and internal order allowing. Okay, when you selecting this product is external, the system will allow only to do the external procurement, not for the internal production. If you are allowing only internal, the system always it will be allow only to do the production, not for buying from the outside. Okay, and if you want to allow both, you can allow both. So the trading products, what we will do, some cases will be producing, some cases we will be buying from outside. So those cases you can use the both also. Okay, so here external or internal allowed or not. External purchase orders and internal production orders allowed or not for them. Clear? Clear?
Uh, I didn't get internal production order. How could it be in a procurement team comes?
No, it's not procurement team, boss. We are talking about metal master. Metal master card, everyone will use. Even for metal management procurement team they will use, and even production team they will use, and even sales department. So it is for all the department, right? We are talking about the metal master card. We are not talking about the procurement here.
Okay.
So here in this case, what I am saying that, okay, the material type will controls that. The material type will control that whether this product I can buy from the outside or I can produce it internally.
Okay.
Okay, na?
Sure.
Okay. So now this is very important interview point. So when they're asking about that material type controls, how material is controlling or material type control, you need to tell that first thing is number range. Number in interval. Okay, which interval you need to define, you can define. The second one is again number range, which is external number range or internal number range. External number range or internal number range. Okay, then the rest one is field selection control. Field selection control. Okay, which field is mandatory? Fields mandatory, optional, and high. Okay, and then the fourth one is uh, the GLA code, which is valuation class. Which valuation class should be hit? Okay, for the GL account purpose, GL account posting, we are using this valuation class. The fifth one is inventory. Non-inventory and inventory, non-valuated or valuated. Okay, so we can say valuated or non-valuated. Valuated stock or non-valuated stock, or inventory, non-inventory or inventory. Okay, and sixth one is which is like external procurement or internal procurement. Whether it is internally produced product or externally procured material. Okay. Hello. It's clear,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
The
yeah, yes.
material type control. It's very important, boss. Career point of view, how you are planning to the panel, how he impressed about how you are, what you understand about the material master card, material type. Okay, apart from this authorization, we can do. Okay, apart from this, we can do the which industries also we can do. Industry level also. Suppose retail industry, they are not using this fields. Some fields they are using, some fields not they're not using. So those are also to be controlled. So majorly these are the controls. Clear? We are missing here departments. Which user departments? What do you mean by department? Use. So which department they are using this product? Which department they are not using this product? We are
Please
just allowing out.
subscribe
When
for
you're
more
creating material
video
master record,
and share
okay,
to
this is
friends.
the finished goods. You don't need to be create a purchasing department. So purchasing view, it's not required. Why? Because it's not using purpose of the purchasing. It's not procuring material. So user department, which department have to allow, which department should not be allowed for this product. We can control here. Clear? So this is what is this concept? Material type controls. These are all material type controls. Material type controls. Clear?